Hazard?
Hazard is anything which have potential to cause harm, that is called hazard.
Okay. And what do you mean by the word risk?
Sir, risk is the possibility of any hazard that can cause harm. That how much is the possibility of the hazard that he can cause harm to us.
Okay. Today I brought lot many technical questions for you. So what is work permit system, and tell me its types also.
So work permit system is a written documentary which is being filled before starting any work, and it is issued by the issuer and received by the receiver. By signing it, they both are the signing authority, and the JSA system is followed in this. It is a checklist format. JSA is the job safety analysis.
Okay.
It is also done in work permit system. We used to check the hazards of the site and clear them before starting the work.
And how many types?
It is of 5 types, like hot work, cold work, height work, excavation work, and confined space entry.
Very good. Okay, I'll ask these topics also from you. What is HSE policy?
So HSE policy is the commitment made by the management regarding health, safety and environment. This is the clear indication to all the employees that these are the commitments made by our management, and we have to follow those commitments.
And what are the duties of safety officer?
So the duties of safety officers are, we can say it is a wide range, like he have to maintain the safety standards also inside the factory, and he have to make the toolbox talk meetings, he have to make the checklist, he have to make the safety committee meetings, he have to just work over the safety committee meetings and the points and the compliances, he have to follow for the audits, he have to conduct the training sessions also, he have to follow for the departments, legislation departments, like for licenses also. Okay. And for consents from environment department, and for training for first aid, he have to go through over there. Like it is a vast topic.
Okay, means he has to perform lot many duties.
Yeah, he has to perform lot many duties to make the site safe.
Right. Very good. Why you opted to be a safety officer? What is the reason?
Sir, actually from the starting of my life only, when I was a child, I was looking towards my parents only, and my father is working in Delhi Fire Service.
Okay.
And I just learned from him, and I got inspired that we should help peoples. Like he also used to go on a job and fight the fire to help others, and I got inspired from there only. And after completing my 12th, I checked on the internet, on Google, that what type of courses should we do before to become a person who can help others. So I found that we can go in a fire field or a safety field, so that we can implement the things in a plant or a factory where we'll be working to make the environment safe. So I chose a BTech in fire and safety, and today I am working as a safety officer.
Very well. What is Toolbox Talk?
So Toolbox Talk is a on-site training program, a short training program before starting any work. Like if you are doing welding work, then a safety officer or a safety steward should go on a site and just give a 5 minutes training program, 5 to 10 minutes training program to the person who is working over there, that what are the related hazards to that work.
Okay.
To clear him that do not work in such a way that you can get harm.
And what is safety induction?
So safety induction is the training program for all the new employees who are coming inside the company or the factory, so that they can come to know about the hazards of the work process or the standard operating procedure of the company, and they can just get themselves safe from those hazards.
Okay, Kapil, then what is safety committee? What do you mean by
So
that?
safety committee is the statutory thing as per Factories Act 1948.
Okay.
And each and every factories have to follow these things, and safety committee is made by the management, in which 50% non-management employees are there and 50% management employees are there. The plant manager will be acting as the chairperson of the safety committee, and safety officer should act as a secretary of the chairperson of the safety committee. And in that committee meeting, HSE policy is discussed, so that each and every person should get to know about the HSE policy or the commitments of the management, and the safety lapses are discussed which are being done in the plant. And after that, those plants are being recorded as minutes, and safety officer used to check all those minutes on a weekly basis, so that those can be complied in a time bound manner.
Okay. And what is unsafe act, unsafe condition, and near miss?
Sir, actually these 3 words are such a bit similar to them, but there is a huge much difference. Like safety act is the act done by a person in an unsafe manner.
Okay.
And safety condition is the condition which we can't do anything, but we have to work over there in an unsafe atmosphere. And near miss is anything which we get safe but that thing have a potential to cause harm, but we don't get harm from it. And like for example, I can tell you, if we are riding a bike by leaving the hand, then that is a unsafe act.
Yes.
But if the road is broken and we are we fall, then that is unsafe condition.
Okay.
And if we are wearing that helmet also, and we are riding in a proper way also, but our tire slips but we didn't fall, that is near miss.
Okay. What is accident investigation?
So the accident investigation is the investigation process of any accident or of any incident which gives us the root cause of that incident or the accident, and we make a report of that on the basis of that root cause and submit the report to the management. That is investigation, that is accident investigation.
Mr. Kapil, what do you mean by the word HIRA, HIRA?
So HIRA, the full form of HIRA is Hazard Identification and Risk Assessment. This is the process in which we used to find out the hazards of any process and identify the hazards. After identifying the hazards, we used to do the risk assessment of those hazards. We find out the risk in those hazards, that what type of risk is there, either minor, moderate or high hazard is there. On the analysis of that basis, we used to apply control measures over that, and after those control measures, we used to check that how much hazard is still left. On that basis, either we used to eliminate that hazard and either we used to substitute that hazard, and after that we make a safe situation and then we start the work.
And what is safety audit?
Safety audit is a documentary process, a checklist based process in which we used to check that the factory or the company is working in a safe manner or not. And in this safety audit, there are many aspects like environment, health and safety, in which the safety health policy is playing a main role. Like each and every factory should have a health and safety policy.
Okay.
Like that indicates that they have a commitment with the health and safety department, and they used to follow those commitments.
And what is LOTO and CAPA?
So the full form of LOTO and CAPA is lockout and tag out, and the full form of CAPA is corrective action and preventive actions.
Okay.
LOTO is used where we used to apply electrical isolation work permit, and electrical isolation work permit is used where you used to work on electrical items, so that we can cut off the supply of those items before starting the work, so to avoid the short circuits and any injury from them. At that time we used to apply the LOTO over there. We just cut the supply of any machinery on which we are working, and we put a lock over them, and on that lock we put a tag that this lock is closed by such a electrical person or authorized person, and he is the only authorized to open that lock. So there are nil the chances become nil, so that anyone can go and start the electricity supply before the work gets end.
Okay. Above what height work permit is required?
So 1.8 meter.
Okay. And what is confined space?
So confined space is the space where the limited number of entry and access or exit is less.
Okay. And what is LEL and UEL?
LEL is lower explosive limit and UEL is upper explosive limit.
Explain.
So like we can say the explosive mixture is there in the air. Like if we are talking about LPG, then LPG is having a LEL of 1.8 and UEL of 9.5%.
Okay.
Like there is a mixture in the air of explosive element and air. Only that mixture will get burned if we are giving them required temperature. So that mixture, the forming of mixture with air is with the percentage of LEL and UL. If any of the product is leaking in the atmosphere, and if it is in the range of LEL and UL, then only it will get catch fire. Otherwise, if it is below LEL, then it will not catch fire. It will not catch fire. If it is above UL, it will not catch fire.
Okay. Kapil, what is accident?
So accident is any unplanned event or unplanned activity which can cause harm or loss of life or property.
Okay. And below what depth excavation permit is required?
So 1.2 meters.
Okay. And what is hot work and cold work? You yourself stated previously.
Yeah. So hot work is that work in which we are working with naked flame or spark.
Yes.
Live sparks. And cold work is a work in which we are not working with live sparks or naked flame.
Okay.
Like if I will be giving an examples, then the hot work is like welding and cutting, and for cold works we can say the painting works in which the spark is not being generated.
Okay. And what is HAZOP?
HAZOP is a hazard and operability analysis. It is a part of HERA, as I have earlier discussed and elaborated that what HERA is.
What are the hazards in welding?
So welding, there are number of hazards, like we can say if we are doing welding, then we require a face shield also, because the sparks can come and get in our eye, so eye injury we can get, and we can get burned because we are working with a naked flame, so we require gloves also. And the fumes which are coming out from the welding, that can also can burn our skin. And after the work of welding also, during the work, the short circuit hazard is also over there, like welding machine is having electricity supply, but after the work also the welding, some live sparks may remain generated over there, and if any of the flammable liquid or gas just leaks over there, then that can catch fire.
What is flash point?
Flash point is the point at which, or it is a minimum temperature, or it is a temperature at which we get a momentary flash when the mixture of air and explosive material gets over there.
How you will operate the fire extinguisher?
So the method pass we will be using. Pass is P for pull the pin, A for aim at the base of the fire, S for squeeze the trigger, and S for sweep from side to side.
Okay. This is the second day. What are the various fire extinguishing principles?
So like in the fire extinguishing principles are starvation, cooling, and smoothing.
Okay.
These are three principles, and the cooling is used for by cooling method, like by throwing water on a fire.
Okay.
And starvation is by removing the fuel from the fire, and smoothing is by removing the oxygen component from the fire.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
There are three principles total.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. What is ERD, MP and ERP?
So ERDMP is Emergency Response and Disaster Management Plan, and ERP is a Emergency Response Plan. Like they both are similar and they both works in same way. Like we can say that this is a one thing only. And emergency response and disaster management plan is necessary to made for the factories, and factories occupier is responsible for making that from any third party and submit the same to the factory inspector or the DM of the area, so that they can facilitate the facilities in a way that if any disaster occurs over there, so they can control it in a easier way.
What is emergency planning?
So emergency planning is a measure through which we can pre-plan for any emergency, so that we can get safe during that part of emergency.
And scaffolding?
So scaffolding is a temporary structure which we make for working at a height, and after that work we used to remove it, and that is not a permanent structure, that is a temporary structure.
Okay. Who is competent person?
So competent person, we can say like any of the person who is authorized and having proper knowledge, ability, experience and training in that field, and authorized from any government institute or government authorities, that is known as competent person.
What are the qualities a safety officer must have?
Sir, he must have having a behavioral based safety knowledge,
Okay.
and he must having a safe environment or safe culture to work with, and he must have qualities to make the environment safe in anyhow manner. He must have such imparting qualities, like he have to give training, so he must have some good imparting qualities, some good imparting techniques, so that he can make his workers to understand what he want to say actually.
You have done your studies, your